Still, we have people, refugees coming to Lesvos, but nobody is living. So, EU is implementing the deal between EU and Turkey without providing the people who are already in Greece, or the refugees who are entering, without providing even the first necessities of life. It's a shame deal between EU and Turkey, and the only thing they wanted is to close the border and not to allow any refugee to enter EU. The first few weeks, month or 2 months, when the deal was implemented, people were detained in Moria. They were not allowed to go outside. And now the refugees who enters now will be detained or will be kept inside Moria for 25 days. And then he or she will have a paper that allows him or her to walk or to be free in Lesvos only. So it makes the situation worse than the Moria we knew 1 year ago or before the deal, because there were so many people, volunteers, NGOs trying to help. But now very few NGOs, big NGOs, are allowed inside Moria. And I think it's not enough. And people are complaining about the situation inside, about the food, about the bathroom, about the water, about everything.
Moria camp is not a proper place to live long, and it has no facility. It's not a safe place as well to stay. Sometimes some refugees, they burn tents, and a lot of other group also, they fight with each other. So it's not a proper place also to live. All of the refugees are staying in a tent. Every refugee is living in a tent, so it's not a proper place to catch refugees, to let them wait for their asylum for a really long period of time.
Let's go, guys. We want freedom.
We need freedom. We need freedom. Moria is prison. Moria is prison. We are refugees. We are refugees. We are human beings. We are human beings. We are human beings. We are human beings. We are not criminals. We are not criminals. We are not criminals. We are not criminals. Open the border. Open the border.
We need human rights.
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 Open the border.
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 Leave us free.
Leave us free.
As Eritrean refugees in Greece, we arranged a peaceful demonstration yesterday in Mytilene because honestly we don't know our destiny. We don't know what will happen. Our brothers and our Eritrean brothers and sisters, a lot of them stayed in Camp of Moria for almost 5 months, and till now we did not receive any answer from Greece authorities. We don't know, and we asked several times to connect us with the concerned party, but till now nothing happens. And when we talk to UN, still they give us the same answer. They said we don't know. We have no idea when Eritreans will start their interview. So that's why yesterday we were demonstrating peacefully. We asked to start the interview. They make new rules. Okay, we obey the rules, but why don't they involve us in the interview? Same as the other refugees, like same as Syrians, for instance.
So we have lots of problem in Moria camp. It's like a jail, totally a jail. We just escaping from behind the camp and come here in the no border kitchen camp, and now we are in comfort here. The food here is really okay, really okay. It's really better than that in a Moria camp. For example, one day the Pakistani people cook food for us. One day we just ourselves, for example, Afghan people go and cooking. So the food is really okay from the morning at night, and we have a big house here, an historical, place. We can just sleep here. We have just some blanket here and we'll sleep here next to the beach, next to the sea.
After the agreement or the deal between Turkey and EU, the people who came even 18 and 19 of March, they are stuck in Lesvos. Everybody applied for asylum, otherwise they will be deported back. They will be pre-registered here, and then the complete registration will be in Athens. And then they will be the first interview you are taking here, they will see that if Turkey is safe for that person, that they should send him or her back. The only asylum, or the people who applied for asylum, whose case or whose application was registered or interviewed, was Syrians and Pakistanis. So the other nationalities are waiting there, and we have a lot of people inside. We have people from 20th of March, 19th of March, and still they are not being even, the first interview is not being done. Now we are at the end of August. The main problem for those people who are waiting is that they don't know when they will be interviewed, what will happen to them, how long they will be stuck in Lesvos or in Moria. They are here, they are stuck, and they are waiting.
These days it's about 45 days that I'm here. I just try to go to the Athena at first because we don't have any way. We have to just go to the Athena by the ferry, but it's really hard to go now because the police more really strict now. We just try to enter the ferry just for 4 times, but every time the police arrested me. For going to Athena, we have to talk to a smuggler person. Just imagine that we have to pay 1,200 euros just for enter the ferry and going to Athens. We are just, refugees. We are not beggar. We are not tourists. It shouldn't be different between the Syria people, Iraq people, Afghan or Iranian. We are not different. In my eyes, it shouldn't be any difference between us.
Moria is jail! Moria is jail! Moria is jail! Open the borders! Open the borders! We are not quiet! We are not quiet! Moria is jail!
It's a shame deal between EU and Turkey, and the only thing they wanted is to close the border and not to allow any refugee to enter EU. You are depriving the people who deserves asylum, or you're depriving the people who should be protected by civilized EU or Western countries, refugees. They are deprived, they are in Turkey, and nobody cares about them. As far as they are far from my home, I don't care what will happen to them. So people are being deported from Turkey. They don't have even the access to asylum, to apply for asylum, and asylum is rejected. I don't know how the asylum service is working in Turkey. It's not working. So EU is closing the door to the people who must be protected by EU.
این روزها عمق قصه های دریام، این روزها مست فرداهای رؤیام، این روزها هر اشک مادر و قرار هر لیلام، این روزها خود شک و ننگ تاریخ و ترس هر فردام. این روزها هر خورشید و میخوابم، درمانده از این دنیای پر انکارم. از این دنیا، از همخون و با خون خوابیدن و خون گریه کردن خسته‌ام، بیمارم. از این دنیا که مردم از هر که بیدار است بیزارند خسته‌ام، بیمارم. از این دنیا که فرزندان قدرت خود را صاحب جان بیچارگان میدانند خسته‌ام، بیمارم. از دنیایی که خدایش خون میخواهد و آنها که به سجده میآیند خسته‌ام، بیمارم. از این دنیا، از این روزها، این روزها، این روزها. این روزها انگار خورد سنگم و در جهل این مردم حل شدم. این روزها انگار خیلی دیره، قافیه این شعرهامو شاید عوض کنم.